Well, good Monday evening, everybody. See, I told you, as promised, we were going to start something new, and tonight is the night that we start that. Okay, let me do this. Okay. So how was everyone's weekend? Mine wasn't too shabby bad, actually. Why does something sound a little bit weird? That's why, because I don't have my monitor thing all the way up. So anyways. Welcome aboard to our new, what I like to call nightly interactive weather chat. Where we don't have any significant weather to talk about. We just go through the weather graphics, talk about the week's forecast, take a look at what a weather mentor of mine, Dr. Dave Walker, used to like to say, we go beyond the limits of determinist predictability. We look at all the weather models, talk about weather history, what went on today, many years ago, not many moons ago actually too. And then something I'm going to do, which I will give one fair warning about this. Certain points, you're not going to hear me. Because I'm going to have not this mic active. The mic we're going to have active is my wireless one. And I'm not going to have this active unless if... That's my sister laughing. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to have this active unless if I'm actively talking, especially for Keywall weather. So I just wanted to get that fair warning out. So, let's skivvy on down to business, shall we? So, I'm going to move me down. Let's start look at radar. And as you can see, we're dry across our neck of the woods. Okay. But I know radar is saying that there's a little bit of a rain shower up towards Spring Hill. Even if that's accurate, I still have our neck of the woods, so we're not going to worry about that tonight. But this tannish color, that's a special weather statement for patchy frost in some mountain valleys this evening, because it's going to be another cold night. Above the monitor, above the webcam, the weather station I have outside, like dead in the yard, says 46. That's chilly. Personally, myself, I'm not ready for it yet. That's what that is. But while we're here, let's take a look at the tropical updates, shall we? See if I can find it. Computer's going too slow. I'm also recording this in the background, so I might stop the recording process for right now. Hello? Thank you. So absolutely nothing is going on in the Atlantic. All the activity is out here in the Pacific Ocean. There's now, at the next 7 days, an 80% chance of development. Whereas Hawaii is still on the lookout for Kiko. If that's how you say it. It's a Category 1 hurricane now, but it's expected to weaken into a tropical storm. It's not making a dead impact to Hawaii, like, at all. So if you're in Hawaii, I think you're going to be okay from this. Now, let's come back to the local weather. Taking a live look outside of Philadelphia with our Weather Eye camera. Clear skies, right? Not too shabby. Taking a look at those current conditions right now, 49. Even though I know my weather station says 46. But we're 49. With a calm wind and clear skies. But radar, if we just looked at, clear skies. That's how we're going to stay throughout the course, the rest of our overnight hours tonight. Those temperatures, 49 Philippi, 49 Clarksburg, 49 Grafton, 51 in Fairmont, 52 Morgantown, 54 Martinsville, 50 Middleburn. But look at Davis, 44 degrees. And 46 Oakland, 49 Buchanan, 50 Webster Springs, 49 Sutton, 49 Glenville, 49, yeah. So, temperatures are a little bit chilly, but it is September 9th. Well, time of this, time of the, for September 8th, but time of this, September 9th. I'm going to post this as September 8th. But as we take a look at our dew point, 43 degrees, which is at that dry. So it is, the air is dry, which is probably why allergy sufferers are suffering, because the air is dry. The ground is dry, which we'll take a look at this in a second. I might actually throw this graphic into the forecast for a little while. And that's why people are probably suffering from chapped lips, because the air in the atmosphere is dry. So even if that one little tiny rain shower, if it even is a rain shower, slides in our neck of the woods, it's not even going to reach the ground because of how dry the upper level of the atmosphere is. But planning things out for your overnight hours tonight, we're going to see that those temperatures gradually drop into the upper to low 40s overnight tonight under those clear skies. So those clear skies is what's making the conditions more favorable for the lower temperatures and the patchy frost in the higher elevations. But so tonight, 44 degrees with clear skies. But we'll hit that back over in a second. But for those kiddos walking out to the bus stop tomorrow morning, 47 degrees to start the day. A little bit chilly, but clear. By the afternoon, 76. Lots of sunshine. More temperatures than the morning. But looking at that forecast for tonight, 44 degrees, clear skies, chilly night, calm wind. Okay, we'll roll with that. That forecast for tomorrow now, 77, still remaining dry with sunshine and warmer temperatures. Winds out of the east, which is why we're going to see those temperatures warmer tomorrow, because our winds are going to shift to come more out of the east, allowing for more warmth to come in from the Atlantic Ocean side. But we got to look at our week ahead. It's only going to get warmer from here. For Wednesday, sunny, 79. Thursday, sunny, 80. Friday, sunny, 82. Saturday, sunny, 83. Sunday, mostly sunny, 83. But Monday, mostly sunny at 81. I love this forecast. How often do you see a forecast without any pop chances? It's rare around here. Which, if you're a farmer, and if you're like me, we need the rain. We do not want it to be like last year again, because if you remember, my mom actually pointed this out yesterday on the way home from church, that if we have conditions just like we had last year, how dry it was, if we remember how the winter was, keep that in mind. So, let's see. Because let me show you this. This will help. And if you do not want wintry temperatures, keep that in mind too. Keep in mind what's coming in 3 months. But when I come to outlooks, this is our current drought monitor forecast. You can see a lot of the region is in the abnormally dry, but we are starting to see the moderate drought starting to creep up in the region. Now, I know last year we had extreme drought in parts of our region, so we're not nearly as bad as what we were last year. But it is bad enough. We need rain. I don't care what the next person says. We need rainfall. And desperately need it. So, do with that information as you will. Not to be rude to the next person or anything, but let's see. I think they're. Oh, I know where I was going with that. Let me slide this over. Let me pull up the river levels. I'm primarily going to look at the river that's literally right down the road. Because that's a good example for a metaphor. Let's see. Yeah, so at 1 o'clock, that's not too long ago, the river stage was at only just around 2 feet. That is low, and it's forecasted to go down to 2.5 feet. So you can literally now, no, only Jesus can walk across water, but again, that's another metaphor. You can literally walk, in this case, right across the river. I think I have a picture of it from before we went on vacation. Let me see if I can pull that up. Okay, so this is kind of how it was before we went on vacation. Usually, right around that spot somewhere, I think it's actually up a little bit of ways, you can see a waterfall. It's not even there because of how low it is. So that's how I'm saying that we absolutely, positively need rainfall. So, moving along, I'm going to now officially take us let me get my file set up. The file that we need. Hopefully I have them. That would be embarrassing if I don't have them. But I should, don't worry. Swore I have them in here somewhere. Did I lie to my... Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so we need September 8th. Here it is. It's loading. It's thinking about it. Okay. Okay. So on this day in the 1900s, the Galveston hurricane caused at least 6,000 deaths to become the most deadly natural disaster in U.S. history. Over 3,500 homes were destroyed. Most of the city was in don't know what that is, with 8 to 15 feet of water. Wow. Okay. When they say 1909, Topeka, Kansas picks up 8.8 inches of rain in 24 hours to establish the record for that city. Wow. On this day, 1965, Hurricane Betsy. I know someone with that name. Crosses the Florida Keys. Winds are estimated at 125 miles per hour, with gusts to 165 miles per hour. Big Pine Key. Damage with wind and water is heavy in the Miami and Palm Beach areas. 4 people lost their lives in Florida. 9 times out of 10, that name's probably retired now. On this day in 1974, a weakening Hurricane Carmen makes landfall on the Louisiana coast. $150 million in damage is reported in Louisiana. 75,000 people fled low-lying areas as the storm approached. Not only one storm-related fatality, let's rephrase that. And only one storm-related fatality was reported. So that's a good thing. That was in 1974. On this day in 1907, Virginia thunderstorms dumps 4 to 8 inches of rain in 3 to 6 hours, combined with heavy rains over Labor Day. Weekend rainfall totals were up to 14 inches, over the Labor Day weekend. Rainfall totals of up to 14 inches are observed. The Stanton River reaches its highest crest ever at something or other, 34.44 feet, and the resulting flooding cost $47 million in damage. Ouch. And then on this day in 1991, Philadelphia breaks record for most days over 90 degrees when temperatures reaches 90 mark for the 5th time in 1941. Previous record was 48 in 1988. Wow. So there you go. That's, if you ask me, quite interesting. I don't know about you, but I think it's fun one behind, like, reliving weather history, like what went on many moons ago. Because some of that was many moons ago. Like, without a doubt. Okay, so I'm going to pull up. Let's actually check some comments. Nothing on the YouTube side. What about the Facebook side? Doesn't look like there's anything on the Facebook side. Okay. Moving along. Let us come take a peek-see look. So some of the region for the next 6 to 10 days looking at near normal or slightly above average temperatures. And if we look forward, so yeah, this is looking at September 14th to the 18th. So we're going to start looking at slightly above average temperatures. Now let's look at precipitation now. Yeah, the next 18 to 14 days we're looking at. Yeah, the next 6 to 14 days we're looking at below average precipitation. So the drought conditions may continue to worsen. So let's just hope now we start to get more rain here soon, because goodness knows we need it. That is for sure. So I'm not you, but I sure hope we get some rain here shortly. Because for goodness sakes, we need it. And I'm aware I've said that already. Sometimes I ad-lib and repeat things over again. Okay, that needs changed back to our... We're getting lighting ready for the newscast. I was going to say, I bet soon have to go, but we're not doing it like that now. Because we are going to stay on here through the newscast. Remember I said that for a good chunk of it, which at the beginning part, you're not going to hear me until at least during commercial breaks. Anyway, it's time for me to do the full weather. So, just thought I would clarify a lot of that out. So, trying to think what else I wanted to show. I don't know if I can think of anything else I wanted to show. I can't think of anything. I'm going to check something on my personal end. Yeah, okay. Nothing there that I wanted to see. Guess I can show you another check of that 7-day forecast quick to just admire the nice, clear, calm forecast that we're looking at? Just look at that. Today in Philippi, we actually did hit, according to this, 82 degrees. But what did... Clarksburg hit is the question. Daily Almanac. Want to go back here. Go. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Doesn't even say what it was. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I'm going to shut that beeping weather radio up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start getting things in working order for the show. Once again, for fair warning, as soon as I plug in my transmitter, all the audio right temporary is going to go dead. I won't plug that in until almost showtime. This is exciting. I've always wanted to do something like this. That's where I was going to show forecast models, but I think we'll wait until after the newscast for that, because we are like 6 minutes out, so... I'm just fidgeting with the cable. That's the noise you're hearing. Okay, we are 5 minutes out from show. gonna go ahead and at least get my wireless mic put on me a while. Just save time that way. It's a newfangled thing that they got us. So it takes time to get used to installing the thing. So here you gotta look at the behind the scenes, look at everything. What you know I might do? I might actually go live. Go live on our Facebook page. And give you Facebook viewers an actual live behind the scenes look at the forecast. I think that would be cool. We'll see. It might just be just this tonight. Okay, so we are 2 minutes away from the show. We got this. I'm gonna slide my wireless pack down my shirt. Keep the thing hidden. From the online or the on-air viewers. Now we are 1 minute away, so I'm going to plug into the mixer the wireless transmitter that sends the audio feed to the wireless receiver. So from this point forward until I activate everything, you guys won't be able to hear out. So until we speak again, enjoy the behind the scenes look at the show. So farewell until we speak again. Like I said, enjoy the show. My apologies about that clicking noise. Okay, again, until we speak again. Okay, so for everyone watching, that was first weather that you saw. So I'm going to be quiet now because I, well, have to be. So we'll talk again soon. Okay, so we're currently in the commercial break, so I have just a few minutes to explain. So that was another little weather piece that I have to do. So, yeah. We're all having fun here. This is lining up with exactly everything that I had planned and intended us to do. So, maybe after this, you guys can see me edit the full forecast video and actually post it to our YouTube channel. So this will be fun. So we're far from over yet, folks. Far from over. Still got a little bit of ways to go yet. I'm excited. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So this would actually be the same weather hit that I'll actually post that you guys will actually see live. I'll probably even post a YouTube video or the YouTube full forecast video to our Facebook page too. So, yeah. During commercial breaks, I'll talk to you guys. That way, I'm not leaving you guys with dead air for the whole show. So I gotta be. The newscast is going on unless if I'm up to talk. So, anyway, we are gonna be approaching back from commercial break here very shortly. So I'm gonna plug back in my transmitter and get ready for that. So we'll talk during the full forecast hit. Okay, friends, full weather's next. So I'm going to switch sources to our full camera mode, and we'll get ready for standby. So I'll be right back with you when my cue to start the weather hit is up. So we'll talk again here in a few minutes. For sure has been a nice, calm, dry Monday. It's Monday across North and West Virginia, and that trend's going to continue. Not just for tomorrow, not just for Wednesday, not just for Thursday, but the whole rest of the week. But what does that look like? We'll get to that here in a few minutes. First, we got to get through currently. Take a look at those current conditions right now across the city of Philippi. 49 degrees right now under those clear skies with that calm wind out there. So it's making it feel nice and heavenly out there across the region right now. That radar scanning those skies all high and dry across the region right now. But you're probably wondering, what is that tannish color thing? That's a special weather statement. Oops. That is a special weather statement for our higher elevation counties through tomorrow morning for patchy frost out there across the region. But we take a look at those temperatures. 49 Philippi, 49 Clarksburg, 49 Grafton, 51 up in Fairmont, 52 Morgantown, 53 or 49 or 45 and there in Clarksburg or Elkins, 44 Davis, 50 and they're in Webster Springs right now as well. But at that dew point, 43 degrees, which is at that dry level. So the air is dry out there across the region right now, my friends. Plenty of things after us here over the hours tonight, heading out the door tomorrow morning. Clear skies, the rule of the game across the whole region, with temperatures sliding down into the upper 40s overnight to the low 40s, because for tonight, 44 degrees. Clear skies and chilly night tonight. But as we get a look at that bus stop forecast for those kids heading out the door tomorrow, 42 degrees to start out the day. A little chilly to start the day, but clear. So you might want a jacket to start out your morning tomorrow. For the afternoon, 76. So lots of sunshine, but with warmer temperatures in the morning. So you can shred that jacket by the afternoon tomorrow. Your forecast for us tonight, though, like we mentioned, 44 degrees, clear skies, but it's really nice. You might want to add an extra layer of a blanket to your bed if when you go to bed this evening. But your forecast for tomorrow, temperatures at 77 degrees. Still remaining dry with lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures tomorrow as well. With lots of sunshine. Taking like that 7-day forecast for Wednesday, sunny, 79 for Thursday, sunny, 80 Friday for high school football, week 3 of high school football at 82 degrees. So you're not going to have any problems this week like we had last week. The showers and thunderstorms are for Sunday, or for Saturday rather. Sunny at 83. As we get into our day on Sunday, it's mostly sunny, checking in at 83 degrees. But for Monday, mostly sunny, with temperatures checking in at 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. So therefore, this forecast, everyone, is not going to be too shabby bad whatsoever. Like, we can deal with this. Like, this isn't the first rodeo we've seen temperatures like this. But this is the first I've seen in a long time, a full dry stretch for a full forecast like this. So, it's not going to help the drought conditions out whatsoever. You're absolutely right about that. We'll be right back with more news minutes. 12:07. We'll be right back. Okay, my friends. So that was full weather. Let me switch. Why did that switch it? Oh, I know what it's doing. Hold on. So you guys are seeing this. Yeah, okay. I'm sort of projecting the, let's see something. Go live. So what do you guys think of that? I don't think that was too shabby bad whatsoever. There for a second I thought the microphone died, but nope. From where I was, I just couldn't see the blue light and for a second there the green status light. But we'll hear the thing when I go and edit this video later. So now I think it died. Oh no, it didn't. I'm just going to talk to you guys here for a few moments. Yeah, this timestamp from this time to the end, I'm just going to call it newscast. Just because. Or behind the scenes. Yeah, I think behind the scenes would probably be better. So we will roll with that, my friends. Okay, they're telling me I have to be quiet now, so we will speak again soon. Okay, so we are in between news and sports now. So I'll pop back one here to keep you guys company. I feel bad that you guys are being fully bored out of your minds. But sure you can understand my limitations I have going on. So I can't wait. The wireless pack battery died, my friends. So we are reverting back to our traditional mic now. So, but I unfortunately do have to be quiet now again. So we'll talk again here in roughly 6 to 5 minutes. So I will chit chat with you guys again soon. So here in about 5 minutes. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. And my attention goes to all of you guys now, so. Which is very sweet. So I tell you what we're going to do. First, let's edit. I'm going to close out of that because we don't need that anymore. Just closing out things we do not need anymore. The one thing I need is DaVinci Resolve. Because we are going to edit the forecast video from the recording that I made. Get that pushed out to you guys a while. This way you guys can kind of see how I do it. Which I think will be fun. Don't you? I do. So. Once DaVinci loads. DaVinci is taking forever. Okay, there we go. I think it's this project. We will find out. Yes. Okay, I want to import my new footage clip, which is this guy right here. I'm going to back this up to the very beginning. I'm going to remove my transition clip for just a second. And then, that's the old version. Okay, this is the new. So we want this. No. That's when I realized I didn't have my transmitter or the... When I didn't have this thing turned on. Okay, so I'm gonna slice off all that, get rid of that, and then, check this out. I'm gonna add in a cross dissolve to right here. Okay, then I'm gonna come to the end. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's our file. Now, it is time for the export. We'll just call it evening weather. Oops. There we go. Now I wait. Now we wait for the file to complete exporting. Then I will show you guys the uploading process. Oh, something else we gotta do actually. Well, once it's done exporting, the way I can close out of it completely. It is still exporting it. The one thing I gotta do though is create a thumbnail for, instead of it saying live, for what I'm gonna use for this video after the fact. What I have to do is create the similar thing that says forecast video. It won't be difficult. I'll show you it. I'll show you the step-by-step play in a second. Hopefully a second. It says it has about 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining, but I don't think it's going to take that long. Because we do have relatively good internet. What you hear in the background is water running, so it says we have about 33 seconds remaining. Wow, DaVinci is lagging OBS. But worse than now, it's DaVinci Resolve, so. Yay! Okay, there's our file. Okay. I'm going to exit out DaVinci Resolve, which I did pick up our stream quality. I'm going to come into paint.net. Yeah, I figured it was going to yell at me when I... So what I'm going to do is actually open up our, this thumbnail version. I'm going to create a text layer. Get to our font we're using for these graphic assets that I created. Get a white font. Crap, you know what I should have done? Nah, it's no problem. I can do it again. But what I should have done was created it into a new layer. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is drop that. Come back. This way I can measure it up. With the text of the live. Okay, you can see we are lined up with exactly how it should look. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Open up a new one of this. And then I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to drop that. Save as a JPEG file. Call it forecast video thumbnail. I have to bring it down in quality to have it meet YouTube's standards. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm going to open up our YouTube channel platform. So I'm going to go to YouTube, channel content. I'm going to bring this over here. So here we are in our YouTube studio. So I'm going to come up to create, upload videos, select files, import it as evening weather. We are going to title I just want to make sure I have it correctly put in there. Give me 1 second to look. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to give it a title or a description. Whoops. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this. $27. $40. This is where I thought my mic battery died. $1 and 11. 146. $208. $243. Okay. So you can kind of see a gist of how everything looks like it's when it's done. But I want to come back because with this, I have a special tag that I have to use. I actually want to go to YouTube Studio because I want to just copy directly my tag that I use. I use this one. But I'm also going to take this too. Oops. Just that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to make this private for just right now. But otherwise, that's taken care of. So, yep, and then there's all of our information. So there. Okay, so now we got that addressed. I might forget I was going to show you guys the weather or the forecast models before we exited the live stream. I'll taking this off again real quickly because it is hurting my ears. Okay, so let's move this back over here. And let us just look through the precipitation first when we're exactly going to see some rain again. So as you can see, I'm going straight through. So this is Wednesday now of this week. You can see that our region is just bone dry. At least all the way through even Thursday. And Friday. Which lines up with our 7-day forecast. This model, early Sunday, has a chance of a shower in Doddridge County, which we're not buying. So now we're on Monday. Still nothing in terms of rain. Same thing so far goes for next Tuesday. Yeah, and straight in through. Wow, it's like at this point almost all of September for our neck of the woods looks like it's going to be dry. According to this model. Huh. Okay, listen to we have till Wednesday, September 24th. Then we're going to see some chances of some showers. Wow. Okay. That, to me, is kind of a go figure moment. So now, let us look at temperatures. Starting from the beginning. Let's see if we're going to see temperatures reach like any sorts of the 90s there anytime soon. Not sure that we will. So, we'll just wait and see what exactly happens there. I was just looking more at this, more for like if we're going to see any type of rain anytime soon, which we're not. So 90s are out towards like almost Missouri area, but not around here. We can't say that 90s are done for us yet. We're just going to go through the whole. Okay, there we're almost looking at some 90s approaching like Charleston area. Let's see when was that? The 14th, which is I think this Sunday. Keep in mind, we were supposed to be seeing above average temperatures starting to make their comeback. But I don't know if we're going to quite see any more like massive heat waves. Yeah, that looks like they're on September 17th. Parkersburg looks like they're going to be hitting 90. So that's still a little bit of ways away yet. So, yeah, I think we're going to start staying warm. Like, we're not going to be like too oppressively chilly there anytime soon. But it's just one of those things that's going to be like, oh, okay. That's what that is? Okay, we can live with that. So in the 80s, no big deal. So, well, I had fun. How about you guys? But I think it is time that we say goodbye. And for so long. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what my plans are going to be held for tomorrow yet. But either way, we will definitely be doing this again. Like I enjoy making this like a new full-time thing. But it is time we say good night for right now. So until we see you again, hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening and sleep tight, my friends. Have a good night.